Welcome to the Roswell Amps workshop, where here we have a Marshall plexi 1968. This is the Super Lead model. The actual model number is the 1987. This was built in 68, and there's the ID plate. Rosemary had a hand in this one. The amount of amps I've seen with Rosemary's name on, it's nearly every one I think of this era had Rosemary name on, so it's in good condition. Straight away, immediately, you can see the mains transformer's been replaced with this modern shiny one. We'll have a look at that when I flip it over. The filter caps have been replaced. These are fairly recent. But the output transformer's the 784139, the Drake, so that's good, and it's got the Drake choking. There's some modern preamp tubes and some Marshall badged EL34s. It's got the old bulging mains connector, original fuse holders, voltage selector and impedance selector. So I'll pause it now, and then we'll flip it over and we'll take a look inside. So here we are looking at this transformer. Now what I like about this, it's been put in really well. Somebody's made a great job of it, because they've used the lacing. They've took the time and the trouble to put all the transformer leads through the original black lacing and made a really good job of it. Now the rectifiers have been mounted on a little tag strip that they've added, and this is good because on the original Drake transformer they had little tags on, and the rectifiers were just hung from those tags. Obviously this hasn't got the tags, it's got wires, so they've used this tag strip. But that's good how they've done that. And this bias cap's been replaced. This one hasn't, which is a bit of a mystery. It should really be changed together, so we'll be replacing that. They do fail, and when they fail, the bias supply is compromised and it will burn out your EL34s, worst case your output transformer. I think these screen grid resistors have been added because this model never had screen grid resistors. So here we see a mixture of Mullard C296 mustard capacitors and the Weimar TFM capacitors. Now this is pretty normal for Marshall at that time. They'd use what they could get hold of, and these are original because you can see where the varnish on the solder joints hasn't been disturbed. But this has been replaced. This cathode bias capacitor, resistor under there. Unusual, these 0.68 microfarad Weimar capacitors. Usually you see Mullard mustards in there, but could well be original. And this has been replaced. That's a modern carbon composition, and there's one under here also. Now this is 820 ohms. In every one I've seen, that's been 2.7k. So I don't know if that's been replaced as a mod, or I'll probably put a 2.7k in. My brief by the owner of this amp is to put it as original as possible. So I will probably put that back to 2.7k. every schematic diagram I see, it's 2.7k. And the disc is missing from this knob, and I think I've got something. I've either got that one, oh, it's a bit too modern, perhaps shiny, so we'll glue that on there and should finish it off a little bit better. Yeah, this cap's been replaced, but it's all very neat. Not sure about the transformer manufacturer. It does look Chinese, but as I say, it's been put in very well. Service will also include testing all the valves, cleaning the pots, doing the bias, checking all the hardware's tight, all the grounds are good. So we'll crack on with it, and we'll make a part 2 and report back later. But for now, thanks for watching.